let's fucking put a folder in front of the screen so I'm not staring at my fucking face the whole time. Every once in a while, maybe we'll look at the camera, and welcome back to another edition of The Way of the Daniel. Date is March 25th, 2021. The time is 11:55 a.m. And holy fucking shit. Where do we begin? I would like to just jump in and say, holy fucking shit. A little bit of a scare this morning. Plugged in my mic to record episode 30 of The Way of the Daniel, which 30 is so huge and paramount because that was the initial goal we had set for ourselves at the start of this whole fucking fiasco, where we have over time, since the new Aquarian moon, so we're essentially, about halfway through our second lunar cycle of working the schedule goals and the higher aim. And what a fucking shit to get ready to film episode 30 and suddenly the mic doesn't work. And it's funny because I got to experience suddenly how sad I was. And even talking with this Amazon rep who was going to help me troubleshoot the mic. And eventually he's like, I think your mic's defective. But finally, I found a Mini B USB cable, which I think they're called Mini B, with like the little lens that look like they plug into a phone, except they're a little bit thicker. And that fucking worked. And the relief and joy I felt at the return of the microphone. So, yeah, a little scary story of expression there. And this episode is mostly going to be about celebration of completion of the 30 days, especially because this Amazon helper named Jexter, very cool name, also similar to Jester, which I am quite fond of Jesters, including the one in Top Gun. I said, so do I get a free US Mini B cable sent to me by the mic company? And Jexter was like, well, how about you just kind of enjoy having your mic working again for a while? And I said, that's a fucking good idea. Not necessarily need to jump ahead all of a sudden, but let's just get fucking back into the enjoyment of this playing with our voice, especially as we can fucking hear it over the headset. Got more topics for today as well. Let's jump into our astrological transits. Sun is at 5 degrees Aries, Moon at 24 degrees Leo, Mercury 14 degrees Pisces, Venus conjunct the Sun at 5 degrees Aries, and Mars at 12 degrees Gemini. Some interesting things here is with all of this, the Sun and Venus having a harmonious trine relationship with the Moon, harmonious trine relationship with my fire Sag. That made me really fucking exhausted and tired yesterday. I think I may have been recovering from some addictive type symptoms. Since this new fire spring energy came in, I got into joining a online community. And I don't even like this word online community because they're not really fucking communities. It's not a community if it's only digital cyberspace. I'm sorry. They're attempts, and they're, I guess, the best you can do when there's physical space of the world separated around you, but you don't get nothing that you would get in person, which is why this so fucking digital age is awful. But this online community became sort of an addiction of just reading through different people's responses, as addicting as Facebook, but more specifically tailored toward people of a more spiritual or crazy world bent. And it was the topic highlighted for the community was individuality and freak flag flying, which I am all about both of those things. So recovering from a little bit of that addiction and coming back to a more focus on the goals and the solidified structure of sticking to our schedule and our routine, because it is that which combines, that which contains our pursuit of values. And what I have become more recently most interested in is, again, trying to reconnect and find those specific individualized desires of myself that have nothing to do with what may be what others advocate, which is where I come from so much of this combination of stay out of their shit. And it becomes a lot more difficult, I find, and I think this is astrologically a truism, with fire, is that fire just molds and easily combines and becomes one with whatever it comes into contact with. So this becomes more of a warning with the fire of be careful what you are merging and melding with, but use this fire energy as more fuel for that which you are pursuing, your goals and direction you want to go down. Along with the astrological transits, one astrologer recommended, or at least brought up the emphasis, that this Mars going further in Gemini is going to form a square 90 degrees to the Neptune planet. And what this means is that there may be some more confusion or lostness going on, especially with your direction. So it becomes all the more important to stick and come back to your grounding influences of your pursuits and the direction. We're at 7 minutes and 40 seconds, so we're doing okay. Another point that I wanted to emphasize again, in addition to this celebration, cannot emphasize enough the celebration of completing this 30 days of playing with your voice and giving motivational speeches and all the shit that goes in combination with that. Not only the practice and the intensity of your thought and speech and in your writing, combined with the imagination use. Because what this can really help is overpower and overcome those negative habitual thought patterns that can get easily embedded within you from even just the most casual interactions with people or online. Most times if you're on your own, it's fine unless you get lost in reading some bullshit. But if you got to watch out for that wandering mind, especially when it gets hijacked from interactions, and whatever you can do to keep it more primed, more playful, more interested in the goals that you are pursuing and set forth, which is why we love the intensity, the slow fucking build of the intensity, not just screaming in your face, but this slow fucking rise with methodical, slow attack going after your goals. One thing again that came to mind today was simple. A few fucking goals, keep it fucking simple, and make sure to take pauses between them, because you don't want to get into an automatic fucking rote thing. You want to approach each one from a place of intent until more strong positive habits are built. We're at 10 minutes now, so anything else? I would also like to put a plug for motivation. I'm still struggling on the evenings per se, but one thing I have been reminded of is this importance of when asking a question to yourself or making a simplified statement, then where the pause comes into play is a listening for a response. And this, you can see, is such a fucking huge annoying thing with people, is they might say something or ask a question and then not even listen for the response. So what this can do is, besides just getting annoyed at that, is have that cue you in once again to your own self, is that when you ask a question, either, reflective of yourself, of whatever you're asking a question about, or making a statement, to pause and really listen to that response. And I think that covers all that we have for today of the Way of the Daniel. And even though we have now completed 30 days of this speech, how fantastic it is to have experienced the sadness in potentially losing the mic and the joy we feel in coming back to the mic. So we look ahead to many more days in the future of where this goes, and stay fucking away from the distractions. Stay true to yourself and to your goals. May the force be with you. Live long and prosper.